studying the Quran. So let's go through Surah Baqarah assignment 4. Again, we have our sessions in the week. You had your session on Wednesday, is it right? I think Wednesday half past eight was your session. How are the sessions going? Are they going? I don't obviously attend the sessions. I don't know how they are. But for those of you who are attending, how are they going? It's between Maghrib and Isha. Okay. And how are they going? Are people participating? Also, the sessions are not for me about those who know the answers to share the answers. It's also to get everybody to think and to discuss some of the answers. Not just to, because some of you might know your work very well. You can say, okay, 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is this, and everybody else can copy the work down. But I think it's more about getting everybody to think about it and to discuss it. Inshallah. Okay, so let's Bismillah. We start with verse number 284 of Surah Baqarah. Allah Ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. To Allah is whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. The first question is, what are the grammar labels for the underlined words? It's an easy one. What are the grammar labels for the underlined words?
Harf
Good. Harfu jar li and what comes with harfu jar?
Ismu majrur.
Ismu majrur. Why do I have an echo here? That's weird. Okay, maybe someone has me on twice or something. So basically, lillahi harfu jar ismu majrur. Fi samawati harfu jar ismu majrur. Fil ardi harfu jar ismul majrur. Easy one. Second question. If the ma is the mubtada, the ma here is the mubtada, where is the news for the ma? Is the ma? It is?
Samawati.
Okay, doctor, let me ask you a question. Because a mubtada and a khabar must make a complete sentence. If I say ma fi samawat, is that a sentence? Whatever is in the heavens.
No.
And if I add wa ma fil ardi, whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, is that a full sentence?
No.
Okay. So first of all, yeah. So basically, I would agree that that's not a sentence. So mubtada and a khabar together must make a full sentence. I have said there that the ma is the mubtada. So if fis samawati is the khabar or fis samawati wa ma fil ardi was the khabar, then it should be a complete sentence. It should be a complete sentence, but it's not a complete sentence. So the question is, where is the news for the ma?
Lillahi.
Okay, good. So the news for the ma is going to be lillahi. So what about fis samawati wal ard? So what's going to happen actually is that ma is like alladhi. So this fis samawati wa ma fil ardi are all part of the ma. Lillahi alladhi fis samawati walladhi fil ardi. Similar meaning. The fis samawati and the fil wa ma fil ardi is just a continuation of explaining what the ma is. But the actual news about whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, what is the khabar about it? The khabar is, it is lillah. It belongs to Allah. It is for Allah. So this in effect here is the khabar. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this here. The khabar. Oh, I can't do that. The khabar, and this here is going to be the mubtada. This is the khabar here, and it's going to be the mubtada. Sorry. The ma is going to be the mubtada, and the lillah is going to be in place of the khabar. The lillah is going to be in the place of the khabar. Any questions about that? It's not an easy one. That's why I asked it. So it takes some thought. Any questions about it?
Can you explain lillahi, the phrase, because it includes a like belongs to, like a verb in it. But we see in the hive they talk about love and about that
Okay.
love.
So yeah. So the word belongs is you can say, if I ask you, how do you normally translate li?
For.
You normally say for. So you can say for Allah is whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. So all that they took the word for and then made it belongs. But the lam, the li is there to indicate ownership. The li is there. When you say something is for someone, it means it can mean a meaning of ownership. Therefore, the belongs is just an interpretation of the li.
Okay.
If it makes sense. The belongs is interpretation of the li. Brother Ziyad,
Shukran.
Bismillah.
Salam Maulana. I just want to check with the two other underlined phrases, fi samawati and fil ardi. Are those underlined as a phrase, or are we supposed to give grammar labels, same like ismu, majroor, and
Yes.
harf jar?
So في السماوات is the same. حرف جر اسم مجرور. في الأرض حرف جر اسم مجرور.
Okay.
So they're all the same. They're all the same. Okay. What hal is the ma in there? Just to make sure we all know what's happening.
Raf?
It's raf'un. Why? Because I said the ma is the mubtada. So the ma is going to be raf'un. Ma is going to be raf'un. Okay, good. Next one. وَإِن تُبْدُوا مَا فِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوْ تُخْفُوهُ يُحَاسِبَكُم بِهِ اللَّهُ. وَإِن, and if تُبْدُوا, you reveal, you manifest, you show, ma, whatever is fi in anfusikum, yourselves, or tukhfuhu, or you conceal it, you conceal whatever is in yourselves, yuhasibukum, will take account of you, will take reckoning of you, bihi, regarding it, regarding whatever is in yourselves, who will take reckoning of you, Allah will take reckoning of you. Good. So the first question here is going to be, in is a conditional particle, is a conditional particle. What are the verbs that represent? So a conditional particle is if something, then something. If you study, you will pass. Well, you will pass. So the first part is it represents the first part of the condition, if you study, and then the outcome is you will pass. So there's always two parts to it. So in is a conditional particle. What are the verbs that represent the first part of the condition, and what verbs represent the outcome of the condition? Bismillah, can we have lots of participation, inshallah?
The in shart word.
The in is shart word, yes. So which verbs represent the first part of the shart, the condition, and which verbs that represent the second part of the shart?
Tubdu is the first, and tukhfu is also the first.
Okay, good.
And the second part is yuhasibukum.
Okay, good. So this here is going to be the first part of the condition. And that there is going to be the second part of the condition here. Second part of the condition. So the first part, second part. In the first part, you have two verbs, tubdu and tukhfu. So if you do this or this, then this. If you conceal whatever is in yourselves, or tukhfuhu, if you expose, reveal whatever is in yourselves, or tukhfuhu, or you conceal it, that's the first part of the condition. What's going to happen to you, whether you reveal it or conceal it? What's going to happen? The result is yuhasibukum bihillah. Allah will take you to account of you regarding it. Allah will take account of you regarding it. So we have two verbs here, 1, 2, part of the first part, and this verb here is the part of the outcome of the condition. Those verbs, do you want to guess which verb they're on? And the what of that verb? Okay, I'll ask the question differently. Are they Maldi or Mudari? First of all, that's the easy one.
Mudari.
Mudari. Tubdu, tukhfu, yuhasib. Has that verb changed in any way? The condition did something to the verb. What do you think it did to the verb? When you think of a Mudari verb, you think of yaf'alu, yaf'aluna. تفعلوا يفعلنا تفعلوا تفعلون تفعلين تفعلنا أفعلوا نفعل. So
Made it jazm?
a Mudari verb generally ends with what? Ends with noon or ends with a dhamma.
It's in jazm.
Okay. I don't think we've done jazm yet, so let's just describe it.
We drop the noon.
So we drop the noon off where?
Tubduna. It's now
Tubduna
tubdu.
becomes tubdu, and where else?
Tukhfuna became tukhfu.
Okay, and the last one?
And yuhasibkum. Yuhasibu became yuhasib.
Good. So tubdu was tubduna, and we dropped the noon. And tukhfu was tukhfuna, and we dropped the noon. And yuhasib was yuhasibu. So we made the u into a sukun. So we changed the ends because of the condition. If you know house of verbs, which I don't think most of you know, that is jazm, yes, but I don't think we've formally studied the house of verbs. Inshallah, we will study them, but we'll leave that discussion another time. The main thing I want you to see is that the end of the verb gets affected. The end of the mudari verb gets affected when you have a condition. That's the main thing I wanted you to see. Good. Next one. What are the grammar labels for the underlined words? What are the grammar labels for the underlined words? I can't wait to get back into class so I can pick on you in person, inshallah. It's going to be much better. So what are the grammar labels for the underlined words?
Liman is jar wa majroor.
Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Into bedu. Where's Liman?
No, it's ma.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm
You're jumping ahead. Bismillah. Into bedu ma. What's the ma?
maf'ulun bi.
So the ma there is a ism, it is maf'ulun bi, and I remind everybody that the ma in raf'un is ma, in nasbun is ma, in jarun is ma. In the previous part of the verse, the ma was the raf'un mubtada. Here the ma is the nasbun maf'ulun bihi. And if tubdu, if you reveal what? What's the action done to? Ma. Whatever is maf'ulun bihi. Fi? What's the fi?
Harfu jar.
Harfu jar. Anfusi?
اسم مجرور
Ism majroor. Kum?
Mudaf ilayh.
مضاف إليه
Mudaf ilayh. Good. The who at the end of tukhfuhu?
مفعول به
All be.
Maf'ulun bihi. Good. Tukhfuhu. You conceal it. You conceal what? It. And the it goes back to, what does it? The it go back to? Goes back to the ma. Whatever is in yourselves. Yuhasibukum, the kum.
مفعول به
Yes, we'll take account of who? Of kum, of you, maf'ulun bihi. Bihi,
حرف جر and اسم مجرور.
Good. Harf al ism majroor. And the word Allah Rasul Jalala?
File.
Going to be the fa'il.
Fa'il.
Perfect. So what I want you to notice here is that you have an attached pronoun. Where do you have attached pronoun? Kum. You have an attached pronoun here. Who. You have an attached pronoun here. Kum. You have an attached pronoun here. He. So when a pronoun is attached, it depends what it is attached to. If it's attached to an ism like anfus, anfus means selves. It's a plural of nafs. Selves is an ism. If it's attached to an ism, it becomes mudafun ilay. In the something of something, the nafs of all of you, or in the self of all of you, or you can say in yourselves. So there, if it's attached to an ism, it becomes mudafun ilay. Tukhfu is a verb. Yuhasib is a verb. If it's attached to a verb, the action is done to that attached pronoun, to that damir. You conceal it. The concealing is done to the it. Will take account of you. The taking account is done to you. Therefore, it's maf'ulun bihi. And finally, if it's next to a harful jar, it automatically becomes an ismul majrur. Okay, good. Next one. فَيَغْفِرُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيُعَذِّبُ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Then يَغْفِرُ, He will forgive. لِمَنْ, whoever, يَشَاءُ, He wills. وَيُعَذِّبُ, and He will punish. مَنْ يَشَاءُ, whoever He wills. What are the grammar labels for the underlined words? Liman and man.
حرف جر اسم مجرور ولمن
Majrur, and the other man?
موصول
Not a mawsul, no. Just Doctor, just stay with Doctor. Yu'adhibu means what?
punish who
So yu'adhibu means He will punish. Who will He punish?
It's مفعول به.
Yes, yes. Okay, Doctor, who will He punish in that verse? Yu'adhibu man yasha.
whoever he wills.
Okay, so who is the action being done to?
مفعول then.
Good, perfect. Maf'ulun bihi. So فيغفر فيغفر, then he forgives. Liman, half majrur, whoever he wills. Wa, and yu'adhibu, he punishes, and that action is done to man yasha, whoever he wills, and that man there is maf'ulun bihi. So there we have a man and a man, but they have different hals. The one is jar and the one is nasb. That's ism majrur, and that is maf'ulun bihi. So they have different labels. Again, the man in raf'un is the same in nasbun. It's the same in jarrun. It is the same. So it's the same across all of them. Good. For each word, identify whether it's an ism, a fi'l, or a harf. I'm going to just call out the word. You can just say ism, fi'l, harf. Fa,
حرف
harf, good. يغفر,
فعل
فعل
فعل.
مضارع.
لي,
فعل
حرف
حرف
harf. Man.
اسم مجرور.
So we're not doing labels. We're just doing ism, fi'l, harf. So man,
حرف
Ism.
اسم المجرور
it's an.
Ism.
So we're not doing ism majroor and fa. We're only doing ism, fi'l, or harf. Is it a verb, a noun, or a particle? So man is what?
حرف
No, man means what? Whoever. So whoever is what? It's an ism. So man is an ism. Ma is also an ism as well. Man is an ism. Yasha'u,
المضارع
a fi'l. Wa,
حرف
wise harf. Good. يعذب
فعل
أي
فعل مضارع
فعل yes. من
it's a ism.
was ism before, still ism. Good. يشاء
فعل
أي فعل مضارع. Good. And the last question, يعذب is on which verb?
second
Second verb, causation, to cause adab, and he will cause punishment. Man yasha, to whoever he wills. Okay. Now, Bismillah.
The liman after fayaghfiru, the role that underlined word plays is at the maf'ulun bihi. I mean, because if you want to look
You
at
could say, yeah, so you could say in terms of meaning, it takes the place of maf'ulun bihi. Let's just read this one. I think let's just, what's the verse number? 284.
Verse number 284.
Yeah, 284. So let's just, if everyone check it on their own, you just go to the verse and then you just go and check it here. You go to learn and you go to i'rab grammar. And then you try the videos on here. You try your best. If you can't, if you don't know all of it, okay, you'll know some of it at least. Then you look for the part that you're looking for. You're looking for the word liman. Looking for the word liman. So there's liman. It says متعلقان بيغفر وجملة يشاء صلة الموصول لا محل لها. So they don't mention anything here about مفعول به, but in terms of meaning, it would have the meaning or the place of the مفعول به. Yes. So that's going to be fine. So I was hoping they're going to mention it there, but basically the question is that liman, because who is who is Allah forgiving? The forgiveness is done liman yasha, to whoever he wills. So it's a harful ism majrur, but it can take the place of the maf'ulun bihi. Okay, good. Next one. Wallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. And Allah is over all things powerful. What type of sentence is this?
Jumlah ismiyah.
Jumlatul ismiyah. So you have Jumlatul ismiyah. What am I looking for?
مبتدا and خبر.
I'm looking for a mubtada and I'm looking for a khabar. I'm looking for a mubtada. I'm looking for a khabar. Then the next question is, which words could be removed from that sentence? Which words could be removed?
over all
Okay.
things.
كل شيء.
Which words could be removed from the sentence that if I take it away, it will still be a sentence?
على كل شيء.
So the ala kulli shayin can be removed. In other words, if I say Wallahu qadirun and Allah is all powerful, is that a sentence?
Yes.
Yes. So what's the function? So what is this ala kulli shayin linked to? So if I remove, this ala kulli shayin is linked to Allah or to Qadir?
Qadir.
It's linked to Qadir. In other words, so this ala kulli shayin is actually linked to the word Qadir. In other words, Allah is powerful over what? Ala kulli shayin, over all things. Now, I could take that out, it will still make sense. I can take that and move to the back of the sentence. Wallahu qadirun ala kulli shay, and it would still make sense. So it's basically going to be the mubtada is wallahu, and the khabar is going to be qadirun. Okay, good. Any other questions on this worksheet? Did you get the Simon 5 already?
Yes, we did, Maulana.
You got the Simon 5 already? Okay, good. What I'm going to do now is before Simon 5 is that we were doing the Nahwu book, and I didn't finish the Nahwu book, but I did do half of the next lesson, so we'll do that now, inshallah. So let me just find where we are now. I think it was in last week's folder. I put it there. Yeah, I think I put it there. So I put it in this week's folder. Okay, I'll just send it to you now as well. So it'll be emailed to you, but also it's in the Zoom chat here if you want to open it. Okay. So if you remember in the last long time ago, we finished all the marfu things. So we're busy with the Nahwu textbook now. In the last, maybe I should show you the book so you can remember what I'm talking about. In the last, I don't know when the last lesson was even. For Nahwu. Let me just open it here quickly.
Okay. With you. I must tell you something about something I heard after this.
Just a reminder, keep your mic on mute if you're not speaking, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah. Where is the Mizan textbook? Second year. Here we go. Okay, so this is the Mizan textbook that we started working on. So we basically went through all of the book 2 concepts. So we went through all of the raf'un things. So this is a summary table here. We went through all the raf'un things, which is basically fa'il, the doer of the verb, na'ibul fa'il, the substitute of the doer, mubtada, the focus of the sentence, khabar, news about the focus, ismu kana and its sisters wa akhawatiha, and khabru inna wa akhawatiha, the ism and the khabar of kana. And we had a worksheet on each one of those. So what we do now is we're going to start with the things in nasbun. And the first thing in nasbun we're going to start off with is going to be the maf'ulun bi. So let's go through it quickly, the summary of it. First, the basics. There's like first year basics. The maf'ulun bihi is always in nasb. So it's the first year basics that the maf'ulun bihi is always in nasbun. And it serves as the object or the done upon of the verb. It answers the question who or what is the action done to or was the action done to. For example, if I say Fataha Khalidun al-Baba, it means Khalid opened the door. So in other words, Fataha is the verb, Khalid is the fa'il, the doer, and who is the action done to? It is done to al-Bab, the maf'ulun bihi. Done to the maf'ulun bihi. And certain verbs, point number 2 is that certain verbs will take 2 maf'ulun bihis. Certain verbs will take 2 maf'ulun bihis. For example, the word allama. Allama means to teach something. So Allah says, for example, allama Adam al-asma'a. Allama means he taught. Who did he teach? Adama. So the action was done to Adam as maf'ulun bihi number 1, alayhi salam. What did he teach Nabi Adam alayhi salam? Al-asma'a, the names. That's maf'ulun bihi number 2. Okay. Next one. The maf'ulun bihi is often mabni. Mabni means that it's a non-declinable ism which the ending can't change, such as ma or alladhi. And we actually just did one now. Wa in tubdu ma. That ma there was a maf'ulun bihi where the ending can't change. So that's going to be important one to note. Next one. When the following pronouns are attached to a verb, they are always maf'ulun bihi. A who or a he, a whom or a him, all pronouns. Aha, ahunna, aka, akum, aki, akunna, a ni, or a na. So if I put the word nasara, nasarahu, it will mean he helped him. Nasarahum, he helped them. Nasaruha, he nasaraha, he helped her. Nasarahunna, he helped them. Nasaraka, he helped you. Nasarakum, nasaraki, nasarakunna. Nasarani, he helped me. Nasarana, he helped us. So when it's attached to a verb, it's always maf'ulun bihi. And the last one is going to be the maf'ulun bihi can be attached to the verb, like nasarahu. It can be to the left of the verb, like fataha khalidun al-baba, or it can be to the right of the verb, like iyyaka na'budu. So it can be attached to the verb, to the left of the verb, or to the right of the verb. So I'm going to give you a homework, and your homework is to help me find examples. So your homework is from the Quran, that you must find two maf'ulun bihis that are to the left of the verb. Then you must find two maf'ulun bihis that are to the right of the verb in the Quran. You must find two verses where there are two maf'ulun bihis for one verb. For example, don't use my example now, allama Adam al-asma, but find two verses where there are two maf'ulun bihis for one verb. I'll give you a clue. Look for the word ja'ala or allama or ittakhadha. Those always take two maf'ulun bihis. Next one, find two maf'ulun bihis that are ma or alladhi. And the last one, find five maf'ulun bihis that are attached to the verb. Those are easy, those are always damirs. You'll find them all over the Quran. So inshallah, if you can submit this before Sunday's lesson, that will be your homework, inshallah. This and plus assignment number 5 will also be your homework. So assignment number 5 will also be your homework. Any questions? It's a fairly easy lesson because you've done a lot of maf'ul bi, so it's nothing much new. But I want to start there and then work my way down all the maf'uls, maf'ul li ajlihi, and all the different maf'uls there are, maf'ul mutlaq and so on. Any questions on this? Are you all good? Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is let me just attach it here to the chat as well. I'm going to put you into your groups again, and I want you to start with assignment number 5. So I'd like you to start with assignment number 5 in your groups. So the way I don't know if the way the groups work is when I put you in a breakaway room, I'm going to maybe ask, what I'm going to rather do is I'm rather going to make you into group leaders. So I'm going to ask Sister Nuran to be the one group leader, and then I'm going to ask Brother Ziyad to be the other group leader, and I'll ask Dr. F. What's your first name?
Fahima.
I'll ask Dr. Fahima to be the other. So I'll make you all into separate groups. You'll all be the group leaders. Then you will share. Are you able to share your screen? You will share your screen with assignment number 5, this assignment on it. Then the group leader is going to ask the people to volunteer to answer or discuss a question. So it's a new assignment. You haven't seen it before. Amana Rasulu bima unzila ilayhi min rabbi wal mu'minun. You're going to discuss the question, research it together, and the group leader basically is not there to answer all the questions. The group leader is there to facilitate the discussion. So I'm going to put you all 3 into groups, all of you into 3 groups, and then you're going to spend about 15-20 minutes to discuss the answers for this, and I will allow you to share your screen so the group leader can share their screens with this on, inshallah. Okay. But it is only going to work if you all participate. Otherwise, it becomes only 1 or 2 people talking all the time. So it's only going to work if you participate. Any questions on that? Or any ideas to make the breakaway session more effective? Brother Ziyad or Nuran or Dr. Fahima, any ideas to make it more effective?
I can't think of anything now, Molina, but we can try this and see how it works.
It looks
We'll try it
good.
now, inshallah.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing, Brother Ziyad, Bismillah.
I mean, one option is to sort of just go through the participants in the group and give everybody a chance to take a part of a question. But I mean, that's like picking on people. Maybe they won't like it.
No, but
No.
I think you're allowed to pick on people in the group. They can just say pass, or they can just say I'll think about it for now. There's no pressure to answer, but I think the main thing about the group is it only works really if everybody participates. If otherwise, it's not as effective. So that's why we put into the smaller groups. And I'm not in the group there, so you can don't feel like intimidated. So let's go and do it now, inshallah. So assignment number 5, you all have. It's all in the chat. I think it's hopefully been emailed to you as well. I'm going to put you into your groups now, and we will come back. I'll give you a decent amount of time, 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will end in the class together, inshallah. Okay, so let me just put you into your rooms, and I'll also separate the group leaders as well, inshallah. Am I the admin of this group? Hopefully I am the admin. Yes, I am the host. Here we go. So when the invite comes onto your screen, please accept the invite, and yeah, inshallah. Bismillah. Okay, the advert is coming now. Or not the advert, the invite is coming now, inshallah. Mhm. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. I just want to check, Brother Ziyad, were you able to share your screen in the room?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, it went well. We could share and so on.
Okay, okay. And Dr. Fahima, were you able to share your screen?
No, in that group we weren't able to. It said it was unable by the host.
But did a few people try, or only one person?
I mean, doctor tried, but I tried on my side, I couldn't.
So basically, the way it works in the breakout room is that I did enable share screen, but generally in the breakout room, one person is able to share a screen. I don't know exactly how it works in terms of who that person is. So I think what's going to happen is that the breakout rooms is that you might have to ask multiple people to try sometimes.
Okay, okay.
But the screen sharing is enabled. But I know also Nuran also had a problem sharing her screen as well. But Nuran, someone else could share their screen in your room.
So the participants didn't have access to the assignment to be able to try to share their screen.
Okay.
So,
But when I came to the room, it was shared, the screen. So Shaman's screen was on.
oh, I thought it was Maulana.
I think it was someone else. So I think maybe if you're in the rooms, you must make sure that no one shares it, and then just the host tries to share it first.
Okay.
Because if someone else is sharing it, it might not allow you to share it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I think let's start for now, and the next time also I'll make those three also co-hosts, so maybe it'll work better, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, good. So I think I think your tutorial is it on Wednesdays? Is yours, eh? Your
Yeah.
student group.
That's right.
Is after between Maghrib and Isha a good time?
Maybe the
Okay.
others must answer because it works for me. I don't know about the
Okay.
others.
I suppose difficult time for everybody to find a good time. I just wonder if it's better between Maghrib and Isha or like later, like 8:30 to 9:30.
I would prefer 8:30 personally, but that's just because my daughter's asleep by then.
Okay. Bedtime duties. Okay. I think okay. I'll chat to Nasreen. Inshallah, we'll make a time just to try to make it work. Inshallah. So we have 4 lessons left. Is it 4 or 3 now? I think 3 lessons left. And then inshallah, we're planning on the 6th of December. We plan to have our final end of year gathering in the mosque. Inshallah, with obviously social distancing and all those things. And I think the mosque is quite big enough for us to like distance effectively. So inshallah, just dawrah is the 6th of December, the Sunday. We're going to have our gathering in the mosque. And then next year, the niyyah is to start the class in masjid again. And still obviously broadcast for those who can't attend the masjid. But inshallah, if everything goes well, we'll start in end of January with our first class, inshallah. Okay, barakallah. Shukran to you for participating in the breakaways, and shukran to the host for hosting it. And we will see you all next week, inshallah. May Allah bless and protect. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Shukran, Sheikh.
Salam.
Assalamualaikum.